Hey y'all, meteorologist Sydney Goldberg here from the First Alert Desk. It's Monday, it's the start of a new week. It's actually the first full week of November, and we started off chilly this morning. Low 40s for many of us, 42 was our low here in the Baton Rouge Metro, 40 degrees over in Hammond, even saw some upper 30s this morning over in Slidell at 38, Bogalusa at 37, so it was quite chilly. But we're really going to just carry on the nice weather that we had over the weekend to start this first week of November. Clear, sunny skies out in our Sky 9 camera. This is on top of Our Lady Lake overlooking the Children's Hospital. Not a single cloud in the sky, so lots of sunshine will continue throughout the day today. It is warming us up though, but nicely, only into the low 60s right now, 63 at the Baton Rouge Metro Airport. So still feeling cool if you step out the door now that we're into the later part of the morning. So many of us are at that 63 degree mark, 63 in Gonzales, Hammond, Bogalusa is a little bit warmer at 65. And then New Orleans at 62 as well as in Patterson. So still feeling nice and cool out there on this Monday morning. We will warm, but gradually. I do think afternoon highs will top out in the low 70s today through the afternoon. So lots of sunshine, clear skies will continue. And remember, because of the time change, our sunsets are now an hour earlier. So around 5:15 this evening is when that sun will set. So temperatures will drop off quickly. So we'll be at 70 degrees by 3 and then 10 degrees cooler already by 6 p.m. this evening. And then they'll drop drastically once again. It'll be chilly overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, but it won't be the case later into the work week. Here's why. We've got high pressure that's starting to center over the western central portion of the U.S. So that's what's keeping us dry and also a lot of the U.S. dry. That's going to head our way. So it's going to build on top of us. Let's see if I can switch that. There we go. Here's where it is right now. This is going to continue to build right on top of us as we go into the early and middle part of the work week, and so we're going to remain under the influence of that upper level high pressure, so that's going to lead to a warm up. Then once we get later into the work week, we'll get into this more northwesterly flow by the weekend. That's going to send another cold front our way, but before that we are going to warm up, and it's a big warm up. So today we're actually running below normal at the low 70s. It's around 5 degrees below normal. Today's average is actually the mid 70s. Then starting Wednesday, we're really going to see that warming trend starting. So into the upper 70s by Wednesday, running well above normal, and then into the low 80s by Friday and into the weekend. Then you notice the drop back off by Sunday, and that's with that cold front moving through. We're also going to keep the dry air in place for the next several days, which is good news. We really won't start to see the moisture returning until Friday. You can see the greens starting to move into the south. That's going to be the case Friday and into the weekend ahead of that next cold front. So we'll really start to see the humidity increasing really by Fridays when you'll notice it. You can see that by Friday we're in that humid category. So with that, with the heat, with the warming up, and then also the increase in humidity, our morning lows are really going to warm up. So you can see the warming trend by Thursday. It'll still be cool into the low 50s, but then by Friday into Saturday, low 60s. So much more mild to start off in the morning. And especially since we're starting to get that moisture filtering back in later into the work week, it's possible we could wake up with some mornings with some areas of some patchy dense fog. So just keep that in mind for the morning commutes. Else, for the rest of the week though, we're keeping it dry right on through Thursday. It's not really until we start to see that moisture returning by Friday that we have isolated showers by Friday, and then it's a slim chance going into the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And that's the case for many places around the central and western portions of the U.S. because of where that upper level high pressure is situated. So here's the Weather Prediction Center rainfall potential through the next 7 days, so the next week. A lot of the southwestern and central U.S. is expected to stay dry. When we zoom in here closer to home, we're not expecting really any measurable rainfall, just up into portions of southern Mississippi and also way eastward in South Louisiana. And I mean, that's less than 1/10 of an inch, so not expecting really any significant rainfall. Now, this is not abnormal though. The month of November is actually our driest month. So if I scooch back over here, on average, we typically receive about 3.9 inches, so less than 4 inches of rainfall for the entire month. So it's not unusual that we're seeing a dry pattern setting up. What is unusual though is the warmth. So this is the 8 to 14 temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. So this is a probabilistic outlook of temperatures running above or below normal. And so much of the U.S., central U.S., is expected to stay above normal in terms of temperatures. So this is through November 10th through November 16th. So it does look like the first part of November is expected to be warmer than normal. So enjoy the chilly temperatures while we have it. I think we'll get another chilly morning tomorrow, starting out into the low 40s. We'll be comfortable through the afternoon on Tuesday, only into the low to mid 70s. So it'll still feel nice through the afternoon, but Wednesday I think you'll notice the difference. It'll be warmer into the upper 70s, then by Thursday, Friday, low 80s. So it'll certainly be warmer, especially in the mornings. Mornings will become a bit more mild, not as much chilly as they have been over the weekend and to start this first part of the week as well. Once we get the moisture returning by the end of the work week, we may run into some isolated showers Friday and into parts of the weekend, but it won't cause any issues for any plans that you may have this weekend. Then we'll get another cold front that'll help bump those temperatures back down. But in the meantime, we're going to be warming up later this week. So we'll talk more details of what to expect later today and of course for the rest of the work week over on the noon show right here on WAFB.
Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.